Welcome to the Grown Up Group. This is a podcast of regular people tackling the world from a Black perspective. Today, we're going to talk about inflation and how we're making it. It's crazy. I can't begin to tell you I hate the U.S. economy. We can help countries out here for wars, but we cannot feed the hungry. We cannot help the homeless. Crazy. They do not want to help us if you U.S. citizens. We even help immigrants when they come over here. So it blows my mind that you know what I mean? Like we can't profit.
Right.
We can't make a profit. We can't make heads or tails. We making these jobs. We have these jobs that's not willing to pay us. We can't pay the bills day to day. And I'm not just gonna say, I wish I could say just Black community is affecting 65% of Americans today, not just even poverty in Black community. 65% of Americans is white, Black, all ethnicities. So I mean, that's just crazy to hear that, right?
Right.
What's your thoughts on inflation? How do you think we're making it?
Being that you said that, I thought about because we talked about this before, how we spending billions to help other countries out, and we over here struggling. This is like how I was saying before, like my son was in the academy and y'all send the billions over to other countries, and then you have us over here that's fighting for us and we can't get no help. We have to pay for everything ourselves and y'all send the money over there. Oh my God, the food, Jesus, the
Yeah,
rent.
yeah, yeah.
It's one of those times when you ever see what they say adult in when you find a $6 pack of chicken and then you find a $5.55 pack, and it's really like that. You have to dig through to find some prices just so you can feed your family. And a lot of this also with marriage and stuff, a lot of people are staying in relationships that they don't want to be in because of this, because that's the way they surviving right now. Because two people, you need about 3 to 4 incomes in one household to take care of a whole household, especially if you have children, food, bills, the other necessities, cable and things like that. So the inflation, and it rose to a high amount. I mean, like not just cents, it rose to dollars, until you really have to make a choice like, how we going to eat tonight and
And you know
things
what?
like that.
I think that's what's happening. I think that we're sacrificing, and I'm talking about families. We're sacrificing
Right.
meals. We're sacrificing our health care. We're sacrificing a lot of things that we can pay. That's a surplus charge to us. Think about that. If you got to skip a meal, or be like, okay, what do I pay for? Daycare, school, bills,
Right.
cable. I don't even have a cable anymore. I took that out a long time ago.
Like you said, the daycare, like who gonna watch my child? I have to go to work.
Yeah.
So I gotta
Yeah.
pay that, things that we need and things that we have to pay for because we need these things to survive. And this is why it goes up like this, because they know we need these things.
Yeah.
They know we need food. They know we need gas and electric. They know we need clothing on our back, shoes on our feet, and things like that. So
Yeah. So you
I
want to
don't
hear
know.
something
It's
crazy? What causes
yeah.
inflation is the demand. The demand. And you said it. You said it. They know we need. They know we need. So it's like the supply and demand of everything. So the supply and
Right.
demand is exactly what it is. If you look at the things that are affected, that's in high, which is the consumer price index, which is called CPI, or the producer price index, which is called PPI. That's exactly what it
Right.
is. Food right now is 11% over what it was last year. Cereal,
Right.
16%. Cereal, I don't even eat cereal. Thank God.
What
16% over in cereal. Dairy, 15%. Non-alcoholic beverages, which they wrong for that. You can't even get juice and
right.
water. 12%,
Right.
12%, 8% for fruits and vegetables. They do not want you to be healthy. Meat, 8% as well. Fuel, oil, you would not believe this number.
I could
42%.
imagine.
42%.
That, that's a lot.
42.
That is a lot.
Electricity 14%, natural gas 19%, clothes is 3%, shelter like our own homes and housing 8% increase from the prior year.
Right. That was one of the reasons why I moved back up to North Jersey, because the rent down there was so expensive. And I come up here and I could find a 3 bedroom for 1,200. And then
Those
within
days are over.
the next 2 3 years, it was like boom.
Mhm.
It went
Yeah,
from 1,200 to 2,200.
yeah.
So, and that's where a lot of people have to stay where they at. A lot of people have to stay where they at. It went this high because I'm like, do they want us to be homeless? Is it an experiment they trying to do to us?
Facts.
Do with
Facts.
us or whatever,
They're like, let's
because
see if we can push them all out.
experiment with us and let's see what's going to happen with them. Let's see how they're going to really survive or whatever. I mean, we surviving barely or whatever because we know we have to do what we have to do to get by, but
Right.
the struggle is real. Like you have to
For
work
real.
a couple of one person has to work a couple of jobs just to make it, just to make it. And it's just we
Crazy.
kind of eat expensive too. Like this little girl like lobster tails and stuff.
What? Yeah, these kids is crazy. I never forget the first day my daughter asked me for like a ramen bowl. And I said, what the hell you know
Right.
about a ramen bowl? There's a pack of ramen I could buy you for 50 cents. You could boil an egg, that's gonna be $1. And you could for $1.50 have all the ramen you want. And she was like, no, like the ones they get in the store when you go into the restaurant. And I was like, this whole fool out here asking me for a whole ramen bowl with some chicken cut up in it and some egg and all of that. And I was like, damn, that ramen bowl like $30, by the time you
$30.
order 2, 3. And I'm like, that's crazy to me because I'm like, the same thing that I could go make in my kitchen for $1.50. You
Right.
telling me to go order you something? She didn't get that damn ramen bowl. I know that for a fact. But I'm like, you could like all you want to like. I hope you like it by the time you get a job and can pay for it
Right.
and buy it yourself because I'm not going to do it. I'm like, if my mama and feed it to me, if we ate boiled up hot dogs cut up in beans, y'all gonna have some boiled hot dogs
Y'all could
cut up
y'all
in
could y'all
beans.
could do the same thing too. Trust me, we could razzle dazzle it, put a little cinnamon, some brown sugar in it,
Hello, cut
and
up an onion if you want, saute that in it, whatever
exactly,
you need. But it's
and
crazy.
make it
That's what they
work.
do. That's
So
exactly what they do.
I'm scared for the younger generation because of course we want our kids to get out there and we want our kids to experience being out there on their own, but not at this
Yeah,
time. Like they really just can't be out there on their own, and they definitely have to stay home for a while, experience being out on their own because everything is so hot. And it'd be like what rent or food, rent or food, rent or food. At some point, they got to come back home, and I mean, doors is always open, but Jesus Christ,
yeah. But you said renting food, and it's crazy because you still need some electricity. Them TVs gotta run. They gotta get furniture for that apartment. Everything is so inflated. So I'm like, good luck. But you know who controls inflation? Federal Reserve control inflation, and they could easily
uh,
put policies in place to bring the cost back down. But it's like they won't because they're like, okay, we got to make up some costs from what we lost over the last 2 years. So,
right,
the job markets was affected. Consumership was like really a big loss for them as well. There was no people
right,
out here buying because they closed everything down. So if you close
right,
something down for 2 months and then that's in a negative, now they got to find a way to get that money back. How do we circulate our
exactly,
dollar faster? And that's what they're really trying to do right now. They playing us like boo boo the fool, having us circulating our
exactly,
dollar. We out here stupid enough to buy things and splurging that we like. We know we should be paying A, B, and C. And it's not that we're not paying
right,
bills because we don't want to. We just can't afford to because we got to make that decision. Do we either pay our rent for the roof over our head, our electricity, keep the lights on, or do you pay, your bill, or you like what bill
right,
come first? And you always go for
right.
the mortgage or the rent. They come
and
first.
and and we need that because we
Yeah,
need that roof over our head. And like I said, without that roof over your head, homeless,
it's
homeless or
crazy.
shacking up with a person who you don't want to be shacked up with, and that causes depression,
Yep.
and that causes
mental health, mental health
mental
issues.
health.
There's programs to help, of course. We know that. If you're a
Right,
single parent, even if you're not a single parent, look at WIC, Women, Infant, Children. Look at SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance
right,
Program. Look at CHIP, that's Child's Health Insurance Program. Look at United Way, that's like 211 United Way. Look at food pantries and food banks. Look at, No Kid Hungry. They give you free meals, especially during the summertime. Ooh, that's really
yeah,
good. That's going to be an
yes,
impact. No Kids Hungry.org. And then Salvation Army. Salvation Army is always there.
right.
That's been going on for years. They even help with rent, food, and utility services. So reach out to those different programs and see exactly where you can pick up and get some funding because there's things out there that can help you if you are one of those people experiencing, not being able to live from day to day due to high inflation. So I always love our little discussions, Kara, because I know, like,
Right,
we got a lot in common. We both mothers. We both got,
right.
children. Thank you guys for joining us for our quick chat and discussion on inflation. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'd love to see you guys join us in our next discussion. We'll see you again. Peace.